Driving for dollars leads. So driving for dollars is a strategy where you get in your car and you drive around the neighborhood looking for what would seem to be an abandoned home. Whether it's an overgrown lawn, a dilapidated roof, a house that needs to be painted really, really bad, or whatever else might indicate you that the home is distressed in some way or abandoned by the homeowner. Very often, driving for dollars leads can be very good because you can visually see their distress. I know this home was abandoned. I know they don't care about it, which means I'm pretty sure that they'll sell it, right? Sometimes. Driving for dollars leads, even though you're looking at this ugly ass house, it can still not be for sale. These people are often delusional or stubborn or whatever it might be. And even though you can see this house is a pile of mess, they're still not ready to sell for whatever reason that may be. But driving for dollars can still be a great lead source, but they're not as obviously wonderful as you may imagine. Sometimes these more distressed lists can be more difficult to deal with because of the distress that they're dealing with in their life. I always say, behind distressed houses is distressed people. So you have to keep that in mind whenever dealing with these people. You want to make sure that you're there for them, but you're not investing too much time into their insanity, if it happens to be that way. These people in distressed situations can often just be messing with you or wasting your time. So this is the only downside to driving for dollars leads. That and maybe the time it took to drive for the dollars. But there's a bunch of different strategies for that as well. You don't always have to do the driving yourself. I know several people recruit Uber drivers to work for them, and then they offer them $1,000 per deal that closes just for sending over the ugly house and the address. There's also several apps out there. One is called Deal Machine, owned by a good friend of mine, David Lecco, and then his software, if you actually take a picture of the house, it will automatically tell you the address and all the information. So driving for dollars isn't necessarily that difficult, but it is time consuming from a start to finish process. You have to find the property, you have to find their contact information, you have to reach out to them, and then you have to follow through. So it can be quite a few pieces for you to piece together. But it is a great place for beginners to start, especially for quite literally a zero cost per lead, because you're just driving around. So whatever gas is at the time, that's how much that lead cost. So that is the good news. They're very inexpensive, they can be very effective, but you have to watch out for the time wasters.